have said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Canes about to kick it away and get this season started. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Handoff from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. He could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Now the play fake. Quick completion on the out. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from Hater.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Canes are marching down the field. He'll take it himself. And he'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Looking to throw on third. He's got his man. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they get a sack there from the linebacker position. There you have it. Linebacker U. This is Penn State defense as we know it. LeVar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee. Every year it seems like they're pumping another dude into the NFL, and this guy has a chance to be the next one.
Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Flynn. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
From the shotgun, the inside give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Makes the catch. It's Penn. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
It'll be 3rd and long. Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the move. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Handoff to the lone back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Got to have it. Got to start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now he's looking to throw it. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. The official says no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. There he goes.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Canes moving quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
But I shot finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
So now it's second and long. It'll be a draw. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And they sniffed that draw out. With a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Off play action. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Finley. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. He's got it. First down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it. The only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Hurricanes are on the move. They're going to run it. Can't get him to the ground. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. quick pass on the jet motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. On 4th down, going to the air. Steps away to find some room. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Stepping to the right. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Got his man to the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And on a corner route like that, the ball has got to come out quickly. That football is going to travel a long distance, so you got to get it out quick. You got to put enough air under the football so your receiver can locate it. Nice job executing between those two.
Got enough for the first. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
He now has 53 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Finley. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Pressure coming. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Going deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40 might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on fourth down, still going. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Canes in the hurry-up. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the offense just trying to be physical down here at the 1-yard line, trying to run the football into the end zone, but they just got beat up front, now setting up 4th.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Calls his own number. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Canes!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
And the extra point is good. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. See what they've got. Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, that's a huge completion on 3rd down. And David, he was double covered. I mean, what do you do as a coordinator moving forward now trying to stop this guy from making plays?
I can't tell you how frustrating that is. I got 2 on you. Like, I'm sending resources to stop this guy, and he's still making plays. You got to get more pressure on the quarterback. You got to disguise. You got to do something. But apparently that guy, you can't cover, even with 2.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Look out, he's got room. Lots of running room. The tag. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base, who's so used to doing that gator jump, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 21 to Washington. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. They'll try the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. He's loose. The 30. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
In the end zone.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. From the gun, running back on the move. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB put.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Oh, better look out. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like that.
There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
At the 42. And that's good enough for a first down.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. He's got it on the right. On the move at the 30. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Direct snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Finley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Give to the back. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
4th down coming up.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Quarterback making checks. Complete out of the backfield. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He might want another play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Bounced off his feet. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Unless there is a dramatic, shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that. So
turning it on. Touchdown, Canes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And here he comes out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. He is torching the defense and Nittany Lions, imposing their will with the running game in big days, a la Larry Johnson or Kijana Carter.
And what does that do? That puts you on the stage, the big stage, to win the big awards, the big trophies at the end of the year, to be called one of the best backs in all of college football. That's what he's chasing.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Toss to the outside. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by 10 to Florida State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every